Welcome to Both Down, the Orclahoma Bowl Weekend 2018 Primer, the number one Blood Bowl podcast,
with Scott Prime
and Steve, a.k.a. Kilowoggy. So this is a primer for Orclahoma Bowl Weekend.
That's right.
We've got them synced up this time.
We're just weeks away from Orclahoma Bowl Weekend 7 and Spiky Cup 7.
No, it's Orclahoma Bowl Weekend 7, which includes Orclahoma Bowl 7 and Spiky Cup 7.
Shouldn't we just say Orclahoma Weekend 7?
I don't
which
know.
includes Orclahoma Bowl 7 and Spiky Cup 7?
I think so. Orclahoma 7.
Orclahoma 7.
We need something better.
Or we could just be really odd, and that's just what we do.
We are odd, and it is what we do, so I don't know.
So if you're listening, hoping to hear a bunch of fluff or like how we create a team.
Wrong episode, buddy.
Or name players. Yeah, wrong episode. This should still be kind of fun. We're going to break down Orclahoma Bowl.
And Spiky Cup.
And Spiky Cup. And then we're going to have like a special edition of shout-outs at the end where we talk about our sponsors.
Sounds like
for
a plan.
the weekend.
Right.
So should we just get started here, buddy? Or did you want to do that kind of casual chit chat that we're supposed to do?
Oh,
did you want to do
casual chit chat 23? I don't know. Insert phrase here.
I could rant about professional sports fans.
This is post Super Bowl, and Scott has unfollowed a lot of Philadelphia quote unquote fans. Not because he's upset, but because you guys are douches.
Let's get this out of the way right now. We will give you this before we get into the primer.
And this is kind of like a Blood Bowl thing, too. So.
Sure. If you don't know, I'm a New England Patriots fan. Have been since 1985.
The glory year of the Patriots.
Right. I actually rooted against the Patriots earlier in the year and then slowly became a Patriots fan because I wanted my own unique team. And being a young gentleman of 11 years old, when your team that you start to like goes to the Super Bowl, you just fall in love forever, even though you knew you were going to get smashed by those amazing Bears.
And I was on the opposite side of that. I was a Bears fan. Like that season or the season before. I can't remember.
I was a football fan the couple seasons before, and I thought my favorite team was the Miami Dolphins or the Raiders, which I look back, they both kind of were in the playoffs and stuff around that time. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So my team was I've been blessed to have my team in 10 Super Bowls over the years, and I've been blessed that they've won 5 of them. And believe it or not, you people who want to message me on Facebook or whatever, I didn't play in the game.
Yeah.
I really had...
See, I was actually sitting here on the couch watching the game with me. So
I get excited when they win, and I'm happy when they win. But really, it doesn't matter. I mean, yes, I wore my lucky shirt that Jennifer got me, nearly 2 Christmases ago. And that is a shirt that every time I wore it on a game day Sunday, since she's bought it, the Patriots have won. This is the first time I've wore that shirt where they lost. Now, doesn't mean I wear it every Sunday. It just happens when they have lost. I was like, holy crap, I didn't have that shirt on. So we had this little fun thing of going. And I even told her, I said, if the Pats win, by me wearing this lucky shirt, I'm retiring the shirt. I'm never going to wear it again because we're just going to take our blessings and move on. And I bought Good Luck Sushi because it helped those last 2 Pat Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. And it helped when Cubs Game 7. Mm-hmm. So, and it's a good excuse to buy sushi, really. So, got some Good Luck Sushi, and we got beat. And we just got beat, folks. We got beat.
And if you remember last year, the Patriots came back from what they looked to be a crushing defeat and won it. Mm-hmm. You didn't see a whole lot of, maybe you saw a lot of Patriot fans doing it. You didn't see Scott messaging everybody like, Patriots won.
There was a lot of people who gave me a hard time during that game as it went on.
Right.
And I didn't say any ill will towards them that I remember. And I didn't say anything like in your face or anything afterwards. And if you're from Boston, I'm sorry. And if you're from Philly, I'm sorry. Typically,
you're douches.
Those fans that everybody hates, I hate him too.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to somebody, I'm like, look, dude, I'm not a Philly, I hate Philly fans, and I hate typical Boston fans. I like the Patriots, and if they move to Guam, I'd be going for the new Guam Patriots.
What happened to old Guam?
Well, if they're moving to New Guam, I mean, I guess something happened. Who knows?
Interesting.
Maybe the Russians did something.
Yeah.
Or North Korea.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Anyways, long story short, if you are an Eagles fan, be happy you won. Who gives a crap if some people are saying that those touchdowns didn't count or they did? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if those were clearly not catches. At the end of the day, you won. Enjoy it. Because you don't know when you get to go back. You don't know if your team's ever going to win again.
Not having a dog in the fight, it's just so annoying.
And enjoy it. But here's the deal. I said before the game, the Patriots could easily lose by 10 points. I was the most worried about them losing this than I ever have been. I guess in 85, 86 Super Bowl, I knew they were probably going to get crushed.
Yeah.
So I had no expectations. I was super worried about this game. Ever since, Philadelphia beat Minnesota 2 weeks before. I even told Jennifer the same thing. I was just like, I'm really worried about this game. And everybody talking about this underdog crap. You're not underdogs. You're a number one seed. It was 2 number one seeds. And if you just like football or offensive football, you got a great game.
Yeah.
If you like some good smash mouth football with some good defense, you got a terrible game. Patriots defense played terrible.
Oh, yeah.
They made them punt one time only. They deserved to lose. And the Philadelphia defense played terrible. They got a sack, which resulted in a fumble with less than 3 minutes left, which won them the game, which was the only sack and fumble. And the only time they stopped the Patriots, the Patriots never punted either. So if the Patriots would have walked down and scored and would have won by 1 point, which is what everybody was hoping and dreaming that was going to happen, I would have been mad if I was a Philadelphia fan because your defense played terrible too.
Yeah.
Either way, if you're a Philadelphia fan, enjoy it. Everybody else who wants to tell me this is the greatest game ever, it's not.
Nah.
I've seen better Super Bowls.
It was interesting.
The Giants-Bills Super Bowl, that was 20-19. Amazing Super Bowl that was 30 years ago almost. So it is what it is. People ask me, are you mad? Well, yeah, I would like them to win, but at the end of the day, offensively, I can't really complain, even though I thought Brady was off in the first half. I know his stats show that he did great, but it doesn't matter.
No, it just shows he got a lot of yards.
Yeah.
He's 50% completion rate.
It doesn't matter, really.
No.
What I say is I've been blessed that my team gets to play the whole season no matter what. And just like if the Cubs would have made it somehow to the World Series, they weren't the best team this year.
No, not at all.
This last season.
No, the whole time they were in the playoffs.
You would have been happy.
Yeah.
And you would have enjoyed watching them. And you would have said, well, at least,
That was the whole time in the playoffs. I'm like, they don't really deserve to be here, but I'll take it.
Yeah,
and when they got
exactly.
beat, I'm like, yeah, okay. Understood.
Right. All season the Patriots have been this, they even said in the Super Bowl, this bend don't break defense. Well, that's going to bite your butt sometime. And it did. But Philly, I thought, would actually played better defense than they did against the Pats, too. But in the end, it's a game for millionaires, and I'm not a millionaire. You're not a millionaire. And
I was going to say the main thing is, in a Blood Bowl, just be a good winner. Don't be a little douche boy who goes and post crap to the other people. And
some of the same people that probably have texted me or messaged me probably would really get butthurt if somebody after they won beat them would be running around going this or that. And
I could take this a whole political direction, but I'm not going to because this will be another 30 minutes.
So just everybody just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
Just be cool. Just be cool. That's all. Just stop it.
Right. Anyways, it is what it is. I lost a bet, so we'll be talking about that.
That was the main reason to bring it up.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to get into. Me and Rich Heffron had, he wanted to bet me. To be real honest, I did not want to accept his bet because I don't like betting on a team I'm rooting for.
Right.
I mean, if it was just a casual thing, sure, why not? But I don't like doing that. I always feel like I jinx my team. Again, I'm smart enough to know I don't control anything. But I think about it, and it bothers me. And
Sure.
so that's why I told Rich, I said, if you can give it to charity and somehow get people to donate at least $100, I'm in. So I lost the bet. I'm going to have to wear an Eagles jersey, I think, on Orclahoma Day.
Okay.
Rich, please don't get the smallest size ever. I'm not going to wear a painted on shirt.
Does this mean you get a free Eagles jersey?
No, I think I'm just wearing one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if he wants to buy me one, I'll be happy about that. But, I mean, I'll take a free jersey.
I don't think you wear the same size as you.
And in addition, I believe I said we could sing each other's fight song.
Right.
So I got to sing the Eagles, Fly, Eagle, Fly song or whatever. So whatever. I think we earned up to like $160 or something. And if you'd still like to donate, you can go to my Facebook page or Rich Heffron's Facebook page and click the donate button. And I'll go to like anti-bullying or something like that. So either way,
so to support
all in good
anti-bullying,
spirits.
we're going to force someone to dress up in a team they don't like and sing a song so we can make fun of them.
Yeah, because
that seems to make sense.
Well,
Could have had a
I agreed to it.
less ironic charity there.
Well, I added the sing the fight song thing, but in good spirits. Me and Jennifer was at our church where they had like the standees of the football players.
Yeah.
And I told her, I go, look, give me one where I'm next to Nick Foles crying, and give me one where I'm hugging Brady all happy. And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, because I was that worried about it. I was like, well, I'll put these on Facebook depending on the results. And I did it. I didn't have to. Matt McMatt was like, you lost a bet. And I was like, no, I did this on my own, dude. We just got beat. I didn't play.
Right.
So, whatever. Moving on.
So that was 12 minutes of that?
Well, I could rant even more. I could say a lot of things, but I'm gonna be better.
So we're going to wrap this up then and move on to segment 1, Orclahoma Bowl?
Yeah. Do you want to take a little break, or
Sure.
do you want to get right into it?
No, we'll take a break.
All right. We'll be right back with some Orclahoma Bowl 7.
Both Down is brought to you by Wizards Asylum in Norman, Oklahoma. Check out their new location at 3717 West Main or online at wizardsnorman.com.
This segment, we're going to be talking about Orclahoma Bowl and what we're doing that day. So first off, what day is Orclahoma Bowl?
Orclahoma Bowl is on the 24th of February.
And what will we be doing the evening of the 23rd, that Friday? We're just getting together at chicken place over here.
Oh,
Slim
is that
Chickens.
what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're going to get together close to our neighborhood at Slim Chickens to eat. We did this last year, correct?
Yes.
We had a small turnout, which is fine if you're traveling and you don't want to eat Slim Chickens, or for whatever reason, you can come there.
Yeah, we're keeping this small because, especially this year, we're going to have to get down to Wizards very early on Saturday to get everything set up. And we don't exactly know how we're going to set up yet.
Yeah, I mean, while we have the bigger store, the layout is awesome, but it's also, we're just not sure.
It's not conducive to expansion easily, I guess is a good way of saying it.
We're just not sure.
Yeah.
So, therefore, we're going to make sure that we hopefully get in bed at least by 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And
so the Slim Chickens is basically between 7 and 9, Again, don't have to come out. We're just going to be eating, chatting with a few people, taking off at 9 so we can get into bed.
And if you just feel like it and you want to go down to Wizards Asylum, the new location's at 37, I think it's 3717.
Yeah.
This is wrong on my Orclahoma Bowl rule book. That's nice to know. 3717 West Main. It is near the Sooner Fashion Mall, or I think now it's called just Sooner Mall.
I think it went back.
Did it go back? Okay. Anyways, it should be fairly easy to find. It's in a little plaza next to a Tuesday morning. I believe the Google has been fixed because it took us forever to get the Google Maps to change us.
Yeah.
They had to actually send out paperwork to the physical location for you to fill out.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So
It's weird.
it was odd. I guess that way nobody can just call up and say, hey, we moved.
Makes sense.
And everything else. So finally got that changed.
But yeah, if you want to go there Friday night and get some games in.
There is room. There's going to be, just in case you're traveling in and want to know, there's like Friday Night Magic starts at 7. There's people up there playing Commander. There is a draft at, I also believe at 7. There's another draft at 9:30. There's a Star Wars Destiny tournament at, I believe, 7:30. And if anybody's playing that, you might let me know. I might ditch the Slim Chickens boys and go down and play some Destiny with you.
Or you can bring the Destiny cards to Slim Chicken.
That's Steve's way of saying you're going to be at Slim Chickens. Anyways, plenty of things down there. Free demo games. If you wanted to take food into the store, you're welcome to do that. Just clean up after yourself. So definitely check it out, or meet us at Slim Chickens, or do whatever you want to do, and we'll see you Saturday morning.
Yep. What time Saturday morning?
Saturday morning, we're going to open the doors at 8 o'clock. Registration's going to go until 8:15 is what we have here, between 8 and 8:15. So
Yes.
that means if you talk to Scott Hess, who's always late to the tournament, no matter if we told him it started at 7, tell him it starts at like 7:30, so he'll show up about 8 o'clock.
Or if you need to do that to yourself, do that as well.
Round 1 is going to begin at 8:30.
And we try to do things as on schedule as possible. I mean, things do happen, but we try to get everything done.
Well, we try to keep it as tight as we can, so you're not there until 9 or 10 o'clock waiting to have dinner. We might go take a picture first thing in the morning, like we've done in years past,
Right.
while everybody's there, and there's no other customers kind of in the way and stuff. We'll just kind of feel this out. I know our plan is to probably get up at the store between 6 and 6:30 because we don't really know what we're doing.
Maybe earlier.
Well, Steve's worried, and I'm kind of worried too.
Steve's worried.
So, anyways, round 1's gonna start at 8:30. Though we will go over the rules. As of right now, we are sitting at about
47 or so?
Did we have a few people drop because of family things? No. 47.
But yeah.
So we're close to the 50 mark. If we get 50 people in attendance playing Orclahoma Bowl, we will wipe out the special crazy weather.
For this year only.
For this year only, because the league organizers have so much money that they built a dome.
So when you show up in the morning, you'll be getting a bag that will have your lanyard with your name tag on it. So, or maybe it's just everybody gets a bag. We'll figure it out. In your bag, you're going to have 2 sets of dice if you signed up early for each event that you signed up for. We have the special the star cards for the Goblin positionals and the star player, which we'll be going into.
Which will go into a Spiky Cup.
Yep. You'll be getting a weather card. On one side, it has regular weather. On the other, it has the Orclahoma Bowl weather.
I figured this is perfect because if we get over 50 people, we can't do special weather. And I know people like Tim Harr will be going like, but I wanted the special weather.
I know.
And now he has the card with the special weather on it, so he can easily play games at home with Orclahoma Bowl weather.
And all of our cards are made by Special Play Cards. They do great work, and we'll have a commercial for them later.
And then we also have
tokens that everybody will be getting.
So let's talk about the tokens real quick.
There are 2 sets of tokens.
Okay.
So there's 10 tokens in each one. One is red, one is blue. Well, excuse me. One's red, one's green.
Okay.
Now, there are 7 single-sided tokens that are either red or green.
Okay.
There are 3 double-sided.
Oh, okay.
So there's 3 rerolls, a bribe, a turn marker, a fame that's double-sided, a kickoff, you'll see. There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's like a kickoff reroll.
Yeah, or leader on the other side, prone or stunned on both sides.
Should be all the markers you're going to need during the tournament. Now, here's the key with these folks is that they have a special like plastic film over them where they've been...
masking.
A masking where they've been cut digitally or laser with laser.
They're laser cut by Maelstrom.
So my suggestion to you, as a guy who's kind of played with a couple of them, is to leave them as is, use them at Orclahoma Bowl, and then take them home, take some white paint into those grooves, and then peel the masking off after.
Right. That's what they're for.
And then they look pretty good that way. I'll show you the ones I have, Steve, and then you can maybe take a picture and post the few I have. I know some people, or at least I've done it, maybe not some people. You know the tokens we've gotten in the past from Impact, where they've also like engraved a little thing that says prone or stunned.
Yeah.
You could usually put paint in there and then wipe away with a napkin. You cannot do that with the opaque ones. The double-sided ones do not do that with.
Right. The double-sided ones had to be opaque because otherwise you see through them. But they have texture.
They have a little texture on them. You're not going to wipe that.
You have to
clean.
leave the mask on.
So leave the mask on, paint it, and then remove the mask.
And I will get instructions from Jack exactly how. But I believe once you paint them, let it dry, you can just put them in water to let it become a little bit more soluble, and then you can take the masks off real easy.
Okay. I did not do that.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Or you can just weed them with like a X-Acto knife or whatever.
Okay. Anyways, either way, or never paint them and just leave the mask on. They still look pretty cool.
Yeah, they
the
look
ones
fine.
I've seen. So, what other goodies? We talked about the dice. If you're one of the
Everybody's getting raffles.
super
tickets.
early birds, you get also some special dice.
You get extra marble-looking dice.
And then, you get the tickets for all the drawings.
So there are 3 types of drawings. There is Orclahoma Bowl drawings. There's Spiky Cup drawings. And then there's the joint big stuff drawing that if you signed up to both events, you get entered into.
Right. And we do that drawing Saturday night. So even if you just want to pay extra to sign up for Spiky Cup, but you're going to leave that next morning, but you want to be in for the drawings, like for the painted team and stuff,
right?
You can sign up and do that.
Yeah, and you'll probably want to do that because we'll have some amazing stuff, and we'll get into that later.
All right, so let's talk about some Orclahoma Bowl for the day. Again, we're going to open the shop at 8 o'clock, where it's going to be super busy. If I know there's going to be, Will from Kansas, who's always there like 10 minutes early knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And if we're ready, we'll probably open early this time.
Yeah.
Because of everything. So I'm going to open the doors planning on at 8 o'clock. Registration ends at 8:15 so we can speak and talk. And, you're going to want to walk around the shop and look at the new place and everything.
Everybody should have coupons too.
Oh, for the store?
And Skull Splitter dice.
Oh, cool.
So
awesome. Round one's going to start at 8:30. Then at 10:30, we're supposed to take a break according to the schedule. And then 10:45, we're going to start round 2. Have lunch between 12:45 and 1:45.
So that is a little late, but we find it's much better if we do 2 rounds, then lunch, and then 2 rounds.
Most definitely.
So if you do need to bring snacks or anything, you're more than welcome to.
We also have snacks at the shop. So.
Right, and sodas and waters and Monsters and vitamin water. And
if we stay on time, round 3 should start about 2 o'clock. Goes from 2 to 4, and we're going to take another break. Round 4 will start at 4:15, end at 6:15, and then hopefully have some awards by 6:30, 6:45 at the latest.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully have everybody done, awards passed out by 7:15 or so. It usually doesn't take long. And then at that point, I think we're going to just kind of cut people loose this year. If you want to go get something to eat and you want to come back and play games or something like that, we're open to do that. Now, if everybody tells us nobody's coming back because they don't want to play games, they're tired, they just want to go eat, go drink a beer, just let us know. That way we don't hang out at the store all night waiting for people to come back and play some games.
Right.
But if you do want to come back and play something different besides Blood Bowl, you want to play some Arcadia Quest or you want to play Carcassonne or something like that, up there at the store or buy a game and play it with a group of people, you're welcome to do that.
We might bring the stuff down to do a live episode too.
Yeah, Steve keeps
We could.
taunting that.
I don't know.
Right now, the tournament for Orclahoma Bowl is fairly rigid on going like this 2-hour time limit.
Yeah.
Frankly, we always usually do 2 hours and 15 minutes for that very first round because we know everybody is settling in. They have first game jitters. They're not in the flow of things. So just remember that.
We will try to have pitches on every table, whether they be the new ones or the ones from last year or whatever we have. We recommend just playing on the ones that are there. Don't try to switch them out. If you want to, I guess we're not going to say you can't, but it makes things go a lot faster, a lot smoother when everything's just set up and we go.
Yeah, so all you have to do is move your team, your dice, your tokens.
Right.
And
you don't even have to
move
bring a
table
pitch.
to table. Right.
You know, again, if you really want to, you're welcome to, but it's a lot easier when we don't have to mess with that.
Right. Remember, 5 copies of your team roster. Bring them.
Is it 5 or 6?
It says 5.
Okay. 1
for each round, 1 for you.
Not 1 for us.
I guess not. Obviously, this rule set should probably be changed. But
Hey, at least we're not supposed to be printing them off for everybody this time.
we are not printing them off. We might not even have the option to print them off.
Right.
So make sure you have at least 5 copies. Probably 6 would be a good idea, but at least 5. 1 for each of your opponents, because a lot of people like to keep team rosters to see up. You know, they get beat by you, and they're like, "This is a cool build. I want to try that." You know, so they have some records of that.
And whenever you sit down with someone, double check their roster. Now, whenever you have your rosters ready, go ahead and send them to bdrosters@gmail.com. We'll get them looked at, and we'll reply either okay or what needs to be corrected. You have up until, I believe, the week before the event to send in corrected ones. The sooner you get them in, guys, the easier. We'll have like 100 rosters to review.
February 12th is the last official day. Is what it's supposed to be.
Okay, well, I lied. But yeah, double check everybody else's because we might make a mistake. Or someone might try to cheat. Who knows? I doubt it. But it's always better to check. Because if you don't check and they get away with something, it's hard for us to go back and say anything.
Make sure you bring some block dice, a D8.
Right.
Stuff like that.
We will have both down block dice and stuff available if need be, of course.
You might bring your little, passing templates and stuff like that.
Right.
If you need to, if you have a copy of the rules, you might bring that just in case questions arise. Me and Steve will be there. Even if we do play, we will be there to be the final judgment on questions.
Right.
Even if we're wrong, which I don't think we've called much wrong over our many years of doing this, but our final word stands.
Pretty sure there was one situation where someone was disagreeing, and I was like, "Well, I'm sorry, you can't prove it, so we're just going to go with what I think."
Were you right?
Believe so.
All right.
I can't remember the situation though. So,
let's see.
So
So let's get into the special rules for Orclahoma Bowl and team building.
sounds good.
All right. So if we do not reach that number of 50 people, we will have special Orclahoma Bowl weather. And all this is taking the weather results that we normally have in Blood Bowl and then kind of combining a few of them and, changing it from, 2d6s to a d8.
Right.
1 is Dust Bowl, which combines the effects of 2 and 3, which is 2 is a drought, sweltering heat, and 3 is windy, very sunny. So if you get the Dust Bowl, you get the very sunny and the sweltering heat all in one. Mm-hmm. 4 and 5 is a perfect day, so weather's just perfect. I mean, it's awesome. 6 is a downpour, which is pouring rain. 7 is a muddy mess, which is like the blizzard, so it's sleet and snow and all that, and just crap weather. And then if you get the 8, it's a tornado. We combine the effects of the 6 and the 7, so it's pouring rain and a blizzard. It's always fun to play in.
And everybody's rolling their own dice with their own weather.
Let's see. This year only, if we reach for no crazy weather. I don't know if we're doing top table.
Okay.
Oh, no, we are. It says top table will roll for initial weather on all tables.
Okay.
Yep. That's still included. So,
And with your opponents, since we are giving you dice for this event, please use the dice for this event.
yeah, use the tournament dice.
You and your opponent are free to make any arrangements you guys want. So if you guys both want to use an app that rolls dice, we're not going to complain if you agree. If one person does not want to use it and wants to use regular dice and wants to share dice, you're going to, because that's just what we
Sure.
We think
if
is
you play
fair.
me, we're going to share dice, and we're going to use the Orclahoma dice for this
Yeah.
year. So, anyways, special rules. No cards will be used. Ref rules, pitch rules, and any other rules not in the CRP. They're not allowed. So, just kind of all the extra stuff that's in the CRP or the extra rules that's in BB16 or the Death Zone 1 book. All that we're not using. Argue the call. This has to be allowed, so we are using this, but you must have a coach model that is thematically accurate for your team. No regular players or oddball figures. So, therefore, don't grab your extra orc lineman and say he's my coach.
No, that's not going to fly. Unless you modded him to have a coach's hat and a whistle and a clipboard, then fine. Yeah, he's a coach. But I don't like the coach's rule. So for you to be able to use it, you're going to have to follow the fluff rules.
Good boy, Steve.
And it's all up to us. If we say it doesn't count, doesn't count.
Right. Star players. We have some special star players in addition to the regular star players that are allowed. And we are using the piling on rule that's from the old CRP rule set. And that is, we have to include that to be NAF sanctioned. So,
Yep.
if you're brand new to Blood Bowl and you're listening to this for the first time and you don't know what the old piling on means, get with us. We'll explain it to you. Team building rules. You get 1.150K in gold pieces. So it's 1,150,000 gold pieces to build your team using the CRP team rules or current Blood Bowl rules. You may purchase players, rerolls, fan factor, coaches, and cheerleaders as normal. Also, you can buy star players. You may purchase skills and stat increases by using up to 150K of that team build. So, what this means is you can use that 1.15 million gold coins to buy extra players if you want. If you're a dwarf coach and you want, for some reason, you think you need 14 players, or maybe you need 5 rerolls, and you want to use that money because you don't want to buy skills, you can do that. If you want to be an underworld team and you want to take Fat Glart, but you don't want, it's kind of hard to fit him on there. You can take less in those the skills. You can only take 100K in skills and have room to get a star player.
Right. And notice on your rules, you do state specifically that you can have stat increases.
Yes, you can.
So that comes into play for next time when we'll be discussing
Right.
Spiky.
In Orclahoma Bowl, there's really no reason, since you get 150K to buy skills, for you not to just use all your money, buy a coach, buy a cheerleader. So just letting you know, if you are that dwarf team that buys 7 regular skills, that's only 140K. So go ahead and spend that other 10K. Wizards, Journeymen, special play cards, and mercenaries are not allowed. But you can buy other inducements like, the halfling chef, stuff like that.
Yeah, because treemen, halflings pretty much need those.
Right. All right. So, in our tournament, you can buy the star players. You must, let's see. You must still have 11 players on your team before being able to hire them. Having 10 plus a star is not allowed. There is an exception to this. So if you are an undead team and you want to hire Ramtut, you need 11 normal undead players before hiring Ramtut. But we have green skin special star players. These do not follow the you need 11 people before you hire them rule. You can have 10, and one of the green skin star players can make up number 11.
Right, and it's the specific ones in this rule pack, not ones that have been used in the past.
That is correct.
Okay.
And we'll go over those here. We'll get to it. The green skin star players follow the same rules as star players, so you can only have 0 to 2. You could have Ram Tut and a green skin star player like Crom. You could have Crom and another green skin star player. So, let's see what else. There's no Highlander rule for star players because this is such a big event. There's lots of wizards out there who can,
Make someone look like Wilhelm.
of course,
Let his brother play.
right, or its family. We don't know. What else we got here? So player advancements, obviously, normal skills cost you $20K, double skills cost you $30K. You're allowed to movement costs are $30K, armor costs $30K, and you may not purchase strength or agility upgrades. So no AG +1, no strength +1.
Mm-hmm.
2 players maximum may have 2 skills added to them if desired. You can have an Orc Blitzer with dodge and sure hands if you wanted to. No player may have a stat increase and a skill. So you can't have
+1 movement and sprint.
right.
Yeah.
No player may have 2 stat increases. So you can't have MA +2.
Mm-hmm.
No skill or stat increase may be taken more than 3 times. So if you take a Nurgle team, you're only going to get 3 blocks. So
Easy enough.
And it's a resurrection style tournament. All injuries will reset. This is a NAF approved event. So if you are not a member of the NAF, you will be. And you just get to decide if you're going to pay your $5 and keep the free gift, or if me and Steve's going to pay your $5 and we'll keep your free gift.
Yeah, pretty much.
But either way, we're going to make sure that everybody's game counts for NAF rankings.
Yeah. We don't like having tournaments where someone just doesn't play along.
And it's really not because we care about who's the highest ranked, but it's nice to see record keeping.
Yeah.
Like if somebody shows up and this is their first tournament, we want all the games to count.
Mike Davies has been having a ton of fun going through the stats and playing with them.
Oh, I bet so. I saw him posting things. It's like I should ask him how he's doing it and all that.
Yeah, he's kind of upset no one's like paying attention to it. I'm like, well, you keep posting results and not saying what they are. And I don't want to spend the 2 seconds clicking. I want to just,
Right.
have everything told to me.
Exactly. We were not calling a legal procedure. So if you do that at your store league or at home, we're not going to do that here.
Nope.
We're going to keep all our time limits. So when we call time, and if you're in the middle of the game, you're both going to if I'm playing Steve and Steve started turn 6 and he moved 3 guys and we said time, Steve's going to finish his turn. And if I haven't had my turn 6 yet, I'm going to finish my turn and then the game is over.
You're going to finish even turns.
Even turns. We are not going to enforce the 4-minute turn rule, but we want everybody to finish their games.
Yeah, I mean, you get bonus points if you finish the game, and they matter. People have lost by 2 points before.
They do matter. You get 3 points for finishing the game. And so just in case this comes up, there's always, at some point in years past, there's always been somebody like, all right, you just want to call it. There's no way I can come back. If I hear you say that, I'm not joking. I'm going to take you out Sportsman, and I'm not going to give you the bonus points. I don't care if you set up, do the kickoff, let the ball sit, and you look at each other and go, all right, I'm going to pass. And the next guy looks at you and goes, all right, I'm done. And you just do that for the next 3 turns, and then you shake hands, put your miniatures up, and walk off. Finish the game.
Right.
I know that's stupid. I get it. It's the same thing as if you just sat down. But I want to know. Finish it.
Finish him.
More than anything, I don't want somebody at a top table who's having a very long, drawn-out, thinky game shake hands at the end of it and go, want to just say we were finished so they can already get the bonus points as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Want to just say we finished? Sure. Let's just do that.
No.
So we watch for these things. So You already talked about dice, how we encourage people to share or talk about what they're going to do, what constitutes a reroll, whether it's a cocked dice or this or that. Please work that out.
Please make that very clear before you start playing.
Even with your dice towers or not dice towers. Scoring. So in Orclahoma Bowl, if you've been to it before, it is the same. You get 60 points for a win, 30 points for a draw, 10 points for a loss. If you lost by 1 touchdown, you get, for keeping it close, 2 bonus points. If you caused 1 more casualty from blocking than your opponent, you earn plus 2 points. If you caused 2 or more casualties from blocking than your opponent, you get plus 5 bonus points. If you clear the pitch, you earn an extra plus 5 bonus points. It's maximum once per game. And if you won by 2 touchdowns, you earn a plus 2 bonus points. If you won by 3 or more touchdowns, you earn plus 5 points. If you finish the game using all your turns, plus 3 points. There is no championship game. The standings, and the point standings will solely determine by total points.
Yeah, and for those points, don't worry. The match sheet is real easy to figure out. You just mark what you did, and it gives you the points, and you tally up.
It will say, circle one of these if you earned it.
But yeah, and as you go, whenever you get a casualty or touchdown, you just mark through it for the next. It's easy.
There is no overtime, so there is draws.
Right.
If there's draws, there's draws. Tiebreakers, winning percentage, head-to-head record, net touchdowns plus net casualties, and then total touchdowns plus total casualties.
And this is all done by the score system, and we have very little control of it. We set it up to do that, and once it does it, we just assume that it's doing it correctly.
If there's still a tie at any point after that, at least for Orclahoma Bowl, the tournament organizer will use his best judgment, finding a way to break the tie.
It has never come down to any of those.
No.
It shouldn't.
Painting. We strongly encourage that people at least have the minimum 3 colors on your team. We still know that Blood Bowl is a fresh new game, and we still encourage new people to show up. Maybe your team's all metal. Maybe they're all plastic. What I encourage you to do is, at the very least, mark what players what.
If they have numbers on them, or their bases are colored, or they have bands to say what skills they have, and they're easy to distinguish.
Do all those things.
Whatever.
Have numbers, paint the bases. You could have a plastic human team. Paint the bases. My linemen are green bases. The blitzers are red bases. The catchers are blue bases.
Right.
It doesn't matter that that's a thrower. You want it as clear as possible. And if you add skills to people, I'm going to suggest this to people. If you're using the little bands, blue for block, B for B, white for wrestle, WW.
Yellow for yard.
Yellow for yard. That's good, Steve.
Green for guard.
Green for guard.
There we go.
G and G. Those are the most common ones that
Yellow
you see.
for Yell Mary.
And then after that, I know I personally, if I use Mighty Blow or Frenzy, I try to use red to show anger.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
Like that. So I usually use purple for dodge, but I use that universally. So just try to think some of that thing through so it's logical and easier for your opponent.
We will have some bands available if need be.
Sure.
We charge a quarter up for 5, but
And I know some people from a certain state might complain about that.
If we didn't charge, people would just take them by the handful.
Oh, I know.
And they come with a little bag. Those little bags cost me like 2 cents.
The fact that you took the time to put them in little bags makes me like,
no, I'm pathetic.
You just did that.
I'm stupid. Yeah. I spend a lot of time putting stuff into little bags.
I know you do.
It's stupid.
But you like it.
I like being organized.
Sportsmanship. Just a reminder, we're here to play a game and have some fun. Sportsman is not encouraged. From the coaches, it is required.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering where this is going.
It's not encouraged.
Just a reminder, fouling 16 turns in a row and running up the score is not poor sportsmanship, but gloating and ridiculing your opponent while doing so is.
This goes back to the last segment.
And you don't want to do that after you've won, Eagles fans.
Right. That was
enjoy your win.
Kind of what I meant.
Same thing to you, old Pats fans, or whatever. Insert sports franchise here fans. The tournament organizer will strictly enforce the "don't be a douche" policy. Basically, it consists of not performing any acts of douchebaggery. We have that in the rules. That's cool.
It is very subjective, too.
Honestly, this is not a real big issue.
No.
Very, very, very minor things happen almost every year, but overall,
Not since the first year have we had a real problem.
right. The first year we had a real problem.
Yeah, we did. A couple on both ends of it.
Yeah. All right. So awards for Orclahoma Bowl 7. We give away the Orclahoma Bowl champion. This is for the most points scored, not touchdowns. This is overall points. So
Right.
if you get 4 wins and you get no bonus points whatsoever, you're going to have 240 points. And if
And-
that was the highest, that's what you're going to get.
Unfortunately, I mean, this event is only 4 rounds, and we will have upwards of 50 people or more. It's a good possibility we'll have 2 undefeated people.
Yeah. it is.
So you do need your bonus points as much as possible,
Right.
unless you're Dean and don't care about that.
Right. Dean just cares about his rankings.
Dean's just like, I went 4-0, I'm happy. Yeah,
Right.
but you could have won the whole thing. Yeah, I'm happy.
I got best offense. I'm fine.
Okay,
My ranking went up 8 points.
Yeah.
So
fair enough.
just a reminder, to be eligible for an award, you must have played all 4 rounds of the tournament.
Yes.
So if I'm undefeated and I don't play the last round, I
don't know.
can't give myself the trophy.
Right.
If I have the best defense and I drop out and don't play the last round, I can't give myself the best defensive trophy.
Or if you're having a bad day and you leave after 3 rounds, you don't get back in the pack.
Right. Or anything
Anything
those
like
things.
that.
I could have 48 casualties, and if I don't play round 4, I don't get the most brutal award.
Awards are rewards for playing, and you have to
Exactly.
play everything.
So we have a Orclahoma Bowl champion. We have second place, the second most points. Delzine Cup, which is basically third place.
All 3 of those have fancy trophies from Maelstrom Designs for Oklahoma and Spiky Cup.
Ooh. We have a best offensive award, best defense award. We have most brutal. Those all should be obvious, most
Should be,
casualties
yeah.
from blocking.
Just blocking.
Fewest allowed touchdowns, and then the most touchdowns. Stunty champion, the highest ranked stunty teams. Stunty teams that we're talking about are halflings, goblins, and ogre teams.
Only those.
Only those.
We do not allow any of the...
You want to play all
Stunty league
skinks,
stuff.
go for it. It doesn't count. Fan favorite. This is the best fan favorite team as decided by the participants of the event. It should be based on anything. Your vote for best team at this event. So, you think somebody has a knockout paint job? Vote for them. You like their miniatures? Vote for them. If you like that they made a display base, vote for them.
Yeah. As we say every year, this comes from when Kent had an amazing team where he did custom mascots for the Big 12.
And we had a Golden Demon.
Award-winning other team that a guy bought.
Oh, yes.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of course, the one team was the better painted team. Kent's team wasn't, that greatly painted because he hadn't finished them, but they were amazing because he did a custom team. So that's why we changed this, and that's what we want people to do. Is
not joking,
reward the
95%
effort.
of the time, it still goes to the best painted team.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
But if there's another reason why you say, I love those models, I love the team color, I just like how it is, then I can't argue with
And
you.
honestly, there are people who put a lot of time and effort into doing wacky little fun teams, and
Right.
they are happy to get 1 or 2 votes. And I can tell them, you didn't win, but you did get some votes.
Right.
Really? That's awesome.
Right. Best sportsman. So this is also decided by player
Sports
votes.
person.
Sports person. Oh,
We have a multitude of women that play.
we do.
There you go.
I bet if my girlfriend was here right now, she'd be fine with me saying best sportsman.
That's not what's in the rules, though.
Is in this Orclahoma Bowl rules.
No, it's not. Is it?
Best sportsman.
Oh. Well, the trophy says best sports person.
Oh, well, that's awesome. I'm fine with the change. I'm not really
Yeah,
complaining.
My rules say that too. So.
Okay. Well,
Whatever.
Looking back, we probably really need to fine-tooth comb these rules next year and change a few things.
One of these years, we should be organized.
This is also a player vote most of the time, unless me and Steve see something like crazy awesome that somebody does.
This is definitely one of those situations where you can all vote however you want, but it really comes down to us. Now, 85% of the time, we're going to go with you. Every once in a while, we're like, no, it goes to this person.
We also then have the Back of the Pack Award, otherwise known as the Wooden Spoon at most other tournaments. You get the little horse's butt here.
Right.
And then, are we doing the...
Excellence in cheese?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. And the Excellence of Cheese Award, which is a random trophy.
There's a random trophy to give for whatever reason we want.
And it doesn't matter what we get it. I know people have been like, oh, that's the reason. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
It is absolutely 100% arbitrary.
I can't watch every game.
No.
Not every year. But
Someone last year was like, but we had the best fluff. I'm like, well, yeah, don't care.
I don't know if people know this. I am really pretty picky about fluff. So what you think is good fluff, I might not. And if you said it in the real world, it's automatically disqualified.
The New Albion Neck Romancers.
No.
NEC Romancers.
No.
And I replied, what's a neck and why are they romancing them? And it's like, well, I just don't get it. Well, that's not how this works.
Oh, okay. Last but not least, we spread the wealth, which means if Brian to the New England Patriots or the Pittsburgh Steelers of the Orclahoma Bowl, who is, what, he's won it 4 times?
I don't even know.
At least 3
3?
times.
Yeah.
At least 3 times out of the past 6, if
Yeah.
not 4.
I think 3.
Twice with, at least 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
Chaos
You're right.
Dwarves and Swan.
You're right. Twice with the Chaos Dwarves, once with the Salon. Still,
3 years in a row, though.
Yeah. If Brian 2 happens to win first place again
And get most touchdowns.
and most
close
casualties and best defense, we're not going to hand him a whole bunch of awards. What we're going to do is give Brian 2 the award for first place, and then we're going to go trickle them down. Oh, well, this guy was next. And if maybe I was the next guy down with 0 TDs allowed, I'd get the best defensive award. And that's how that works. We prefer that people don't ask, what was the real number? Because let them enjoy their trophy.
Yeah.
So,
You'll have access to the results afterwards.
sure.
And we've only messed up a couple times.
Well, stuff happens. So
It's been a while, though.
it
You
has been
just jinxed us.
Yeah, now we're going to really mess up at Orclahoma Bowl 7. It's going to be a big controversy. All right, Special Green All-Stars. If you were at Orclahoma Bowl last year, or if you listened to this last year, you knew that the Wizards for the Orclahoma Bowl committee went back in time and pulled out the other 5-star players that are not in the current edition.
The Forgotten 5.
The Forgotten 5. So we know Ver Goldschur came from the Gouged Eye many, many moons ago in 2nd edition. But there was also 5 other star players back then that came with the 2nd edition books. They did not make it to 3rd edition and 4th edition and, BB 16 edition. So the Wizards pulled those guys out from time. And, Rip Sorpain was very popular last year. I gave him some stats. And
He was a little too good last year.
maybe he was a little too good. So
Or a little too cheap. Or a little both.
the fluff here is they sent those guys back in time. Now the old men who watched themselves play Blood Bowl on Cabal Vision
Last year.
said, "How come you just didn't come to us? I want to play. I want to play ball one more time." And so the Feeble 5 have returned. It's the old counterparts of the young people. So just bear with me here. So we have old Harg Vanekill. He's playing. We have old Krug Pain Spear, old Rip Sorpain, old Uric Skullhack, and then we have undead Hack Demon Cutter. He died along the way and since in between, so now he's like a zombie. And then, of course, we have Cromnar Dung, who's always been available, I think, almost every year at Orclahoma Bowl.
Yeah.
The stats for these characters are similar to what they were last year. They're not as powerful. They're also cheaper, and they also come with niggling injuries.
Do you want to go ahead and go through them?
I can real quick if
Just
you'd
go ahead
like.
and go real quick.
Hark Vanekill, the orc thrower, is 90,000. He's 5'338. Comes with loner, pass, sure hand, strong arm, fan favorite, niggling, injury. Old Krug Pain Spear is 110K, 6'339. Loner, block, leap, very long legs, fan favorite, niggling, injury. Old Rip Sore Pain, which was a favorite last year for everybody, cost 120K, 4429. Loner, Frenzy, Disturbing Presence, fan favorite, niggling, injury. Old Urfric Skullhack is 80K, 5339. Loner, Wrestle, fan favorite, niggling, injury. Undead Hack Demon Cutter is 70K. He has stats of a zombie. 4, 3, 2, 8. Loner, tackle, regeneration, fan favorite. He does not have niggling injury because he's dead.
Right. He's already dead.
So basically, he's a zombie with tackle and fan favorite.
Okay.
Cromnar Dung, a.k.a. the Crom. He's 170K. 6'439. Loner, block, break tackle, sure hands, bonehead, fan favorite.
And fan favorite, as always, does not stack.
Does not. So if you had two of these guys, that's great. It's good if you get one of them injured because then you still have one on the field.
True.
Does not stack, but it does kind of make a difference.
Yeah.
So a little bit cheaper, a little bit more brittle. These are old dudes, not as many skills as maybe they had last year. This will probably be the last. This will be the swan song for a lot of these guys.
Right.
But get out there and enjoy them. If you have your Crom model that you had from last year, maybe he'll be in effect again. You can paint him up. And
if you don't have a Crom model,
I guess that was 2 years ago, wasn't it? Crom.
was it 2? Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
We are having, they're not technically Croms, but we've got a few.
We do.
They're the same figure that RN the studio had.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the technical not Crom that he has the rights to.
Oh, okay.
So we have 3 to give away, and then I believe I have 5 extra to sell.
Oh, that's cool. So if somebody
Maybe.
doesn't have one.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you can think that I haven't covered?
Orclahoma Bowl, no. Did you go over the specifics of what we don't allow from the new rules?
Oh, briefly.
Or should I'll just do that in the Spiky Cup.
It's going to be the same.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure, too, that if you're listening to this, no Bretonians,
Right.
no Kislev.
Well, just play Slan.
No, they're different to me.
And no corn.
And no corn.
Yeah.
So
We will probably have them next time.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes, but I'm not going to knee-jerk reaction this yet. Saturday night, after we present awards, I think we kind of touched on this.
Yeah.
We're going to hang out at Wizards.
As of now, that is the plan, to hang out at Wizards, play some games, maybe do a live recording.
The new location is not on Campus Corner, so us staying parked at Wizards and walking to a restaurant like we did in years past is probably not conducive now because there's no real where to walk to. There's a Henry Hudson's, which is a bar and grill little place, more of a bar than a grill.
Very smoky bar.
But they do serve food and have drinks.
There's a Cane's.
There's a Raising Cane's within walking distance.
Which is fried chicken.
There is a Thai place across the street, which is pretty good. But
Probably
within a
drive.
mile, there's a McDonald's. There's some
There's
other,
everything.
I mean, there's a Sam's Club if you want to go get a slice of pizza real cheap
Sure.
or something like that. Anyways, there's not going to be a restaurant like we have in years past, like the Hideaway, where we could just walk to after the tournament.
We do have a ton of parking, though, so that's no issue.
Yeah, tons of parking, tons. So yeah, right now the plan is to let everybody loose, find out who's going to come back. Maybe we play some games, grab something to eat, come back, play games, whatever.
Order pizza shuttle,
That's possible.
meat lovers
That's
pizza shuttle.
That's a super option that we could do, and then we never have to leave, and we can just play some games or record a podcast or whatever we decide to do. I think you'll find the store really awesome since it's so big and it's more spacious. You're not going to believe it if you've been there before. You're going to go, oh my gosh.
It's a whole different store. It really is.
It is. It's night and day different.
And please, I know some people tend to hold off on buying stuff so they can, support the store when they come to Orclahoma Bowl. That is very appreciated. We are taking up almost all the gaming room that weekend. Mm-hmm. So the more you can support the store, the better.
Yep. And once again, he's not charging us one dime to camp out at his store all day.
Right.
So
that allows us to give away more stuff.
All right. I think that's covered everything for the Orclahoma portion of the primer. We'll also give out the big prizes like the painted teams and stuff on that night before we cut everybody loose.
Yeah, that's the main drawing. And we'll get into that at the end when I go over sponsorships and stuff.
Last but not least, if you're still on the fence about Orclahoma Bowl, if by the time you just show up at the door, it's going to be $35 for the event at the door.
Right.
So,
which rarely happens, but more than happy to take you.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Should we take a little break and then let's talk some Spiky?
Sounds good.
All right. Bye-bye. Let's talk some Spiky Cup 7.
So, Spiky Cup on Sunday, we are going to be super tired. Make sure to bring us donuts and everything.
Yeah, I like the Boston cream.
There is a donut shop right across the street, though, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's okay.
We went there one time. It was fine.
It was okay.
Which is what fine is. It's okay.
Right.
It's not great. We talked you into getting a really crappy donut.
Yeah.
That was my bad.
Yeah.
What was it?
Don't get the cronut.
Their cronut is not good. No. Cronut is supposed to be, fluffy donut. No, that's not what that was.
No, it was a hockey puck. All right.
So Spiky Cup is along the same lines of Orclahoma Bowl. I'll just go ahead and go over some stuff real quick. Registration starts at 8 in the morning.
Oh, no.
Realistically, you should already be registered from the day before and have all your stuff. So basically, it's just showing up and telling me you're there. Registration ends at 8:15. Round 1 at 8:30. Then we take a break at 10:30. Round 2 will happen at 10:45. And then lunch happens at 12:45. And then 1:45 it ends. So round 3 starts at 2. That allows us to end with a break and get the results and the awards done by 4:15, 4:30 or so.
Right.
This one,
you'll probably be out by 5.
This one, much more than the other, we do our best to really keep on time. If we can cut the lunch short, to 15 minutes if everyone's back, then great. A lot of people try to leave that evening. Oklahoma City is not the greatest place to fly out of, so the options are limited. Mm-hmm. So the easier we can make it on people, the better.
Well, if you're going back to Kansas City or you're going down to
if
Austin
you want to drive,
or something, we'd like to get you out as soon as possible so you have plenty of time to get back on the road.
Exactly.
We appreciate you coming out, but we also want to make sure that you can get home safely.
So what you should bring, as always, your painted Blood Bowl team, 4 copies of your team roster. We say Blood Bowl field dugouts and templates, but not needed. GW or NAF block dice, ND8s. We, as always, if you guys agree, we'll let you use whatever you want. If you want to use the both down block dice, you're more than welcome to. You should have a copy of the rules, the old rules, new rules, whatever rules. Things we do provide, the pen, name tag, match sheets, custom dice, and awards, as always. Special weather table, there is no special weather for this match, so just regular weather.
Does top table rule that one?
No, we're just going to do everything as regular.
Okay.
The special rules for the tournament, there were no cards used. The ref rules, pitch rules, and any rules not in CRP, BB16, or DZ1 are not allowed. Argue the call, the same as the last time. You must have a coach model that's thematically accurate for the team. Can't have a orc coach if it's a Camry team, unless you really give us a good explanation. And then see below for clarifications on star players that are allowed. We'll get into that. Team building rules. This tournament is a lot different than Orclahoma Bowl. This is the crazy one. Each non-goblin team will be given 1 free bribe. This is in addition to the 3 you can normally buy. Each goblin team will be given 2 free bribes. There's a maximum of 4 bribes, though. You can buy 2 and get 2 for free.
I'm glad we're doing this primer.
Why?
Because I was looking over the rules because I want to make up my team before
Yeah.
I look at other people's teams. And I just scanned the rules and I was like, oh, we get 2 free bribes.
No.
For the team I was going to select. So this primer has already helped me out.
So this goes back to something Brian 2 suggested a while back. I was giving everybody 1 free bribe. Well, for every team but goblins, that's 100K value. It's only a 50K value for goblins. So to keep it equal in value, goblins get 2 bribes. But to keep it from being too powerful, that's why I capped it at 4.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Sure.
So everybody's equal on the number of bribes they can have. You are given 1.3 million gold pieces to build your team using the accepted rosters from BB16. Teams of Legends, Slan, Kislev, Khorne, and Bretonnian are not allowed. I should not have read that together. Teams of Legends and Slan or Kislev, Khorne and Bretonnian are not allowed. You may purchase players, rerolls, fan factor, coaches, and cheerleaders as normal. Star players are the ones listed in the CRP, BB16, and only the following: Bile Rot Vomit Flesh, Frankenstein, Rasta Tailspike, and Guffle Pussmaw. No other stars will be allowed. No Gracken Crumbleberry, no Black Gobbo or White Dwarf.
Oh, man.
I know. Wizards, Journeymen, Special Play cards, and Mercenaries are not allowed, obviously. But with that said, you may purchase any other inducements as part of your team build, so that'd be bribes and chefs and stuff. No stat increases are available for the purchase of your team, only skills. Now, for the skills, you may use up to 300K from your build total to purchase and add skills as you see fit. No more than 10 skills in total can be taken.
So let's stop right there.
Yep.
This happens every year. People scan
Yep.
over that. They say, oh, 300K.
Yeah.
But then they don't read
I want to have 15 skills. No, max of 10.
max of 10.
Now, they can all be 10 doubles.
Sure.
Which is 300K.
Sure.
Which is,
Perfectly fine. I'm just saying, just when you build your team,
Right.
remember that.
regular skills are 20K and doubles are 30, except for Stunty, Ogre, Halfling, and Goblins who may buy double skills for 20. Spiky Norman, being a crazy goblin that he is, there is no 1 skill per player limit. You can put all 10 skills on 1 player if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't happened yet, I don't think.
No,
We've had some
ooh,
crazy stuff put together.
Man, maybe I should do that.
It would be
Just
interesting.
go out one time and just...
Like a war dancer with everything.
Yeah, I guess if you're going to do it, you need to really just do it that way.
Fen, sidestep.
The
block.
war dancer would be the way to do it.
Jeez.
Not with like a Skaven lineman.
Well, no. You just have all regular dwarves and the death roller with every skill you can think of, and then bribes. Keep them in.
Yeah, neat.
Okay. You can't give star players skills, obviously. So this year we have our experimental goblin tryouts, which I'll get to later. CRP star players, the same. You have to have 11 players on your team before hiring one. No Highlander rule, same as the other. NAF tournament, same. Illegal procedure, same. Timing, the same. Dice, the same. Scoring, not the same. The scoring is the same in the sense of a win is 60, a draw is 30, a loss is 10. If you lost by 1 touchdown, you earn +2 bonus points. If you caused 1 more casualty from blocking than opponent, well, just 1 more casualty than opponent, you earn +2 bonus points. If you cause 2 or more casualties, you get +5. If you clear the pitch, you get +5. If you won by 2 touchdowns, you earn +2. If you won by 3 or more touchdowns, you earn +5. If you finish the game by using all turns, you get +3. Where the big difference is, all knockouts from blocking, fouling, crowd surfing, weapons, etc., not dodging and go for it's, will provide 2 points. All casualties from blocking, fouling, crowd surfing, and weapons will provide 4 points. Again, not for failing GFIs and dodges. This is all about beating the crap out of the other player. So that's what we want you to do. For tiebreakers, goblins love causing chaos, cheating, and mayhem. If by chance there is a tie in tournament points, the ties will be broken in this order. Goblin team wins tiebreaker against any other team. Then most casualties. Then most casualties plus knockouts. Then whoever pays the organizer the most. And then a knife fight, goblin style. It should never come to a knife fight. You can literally buy your way out of a tie if it comes that far.
Well, I hope so. I hope you don't make somebody have a knife fight.
I got to figure something out. If it comes to that, it's going to come to that. I got to
Wouldn't
figure
it
out
be
what.
really weird if we had all these ties and we had to convince people not to do the knife fight? Come on, guys, don't do this. No, we want to.
It's in the rules. We'll figure it out.
Couldn't you see Thomas Keene and Marcus Keene having a knife fight over something?
I see it as a 1960s episode of Star Trek. They're both on a planet without shirts.
And then they put the leather strap around one hand, one wrist.
Yeah,
of
they're
each
going
other.
at it. Mm-hmm. That's what I think of. Painting, the same as the other 3 colors, etc. Sportsmanship, the same as the other. Same type of awards, and the same spread the wealth. So the tournaments, aside from the crazy rules, pretty much the same. Now, the crazy rules come in the experimental Goblin tryouts. In honor of the NAF reforming the Goblin roster to allow new positions onto the pitch, they're attempting to try out some new players to see how they work in practice. Each coach will be provided 6 cards with 6 different characters on them. Each half, you will shuffle your cards and present them to your opponent for them to randomly choose which player you'll be playing with for that half. After that player has been used, he may not be used again for the remainder of the tournament. Write the stars you've used on the score sheet. Now, for this, you will not be provided a figure for these. You just get the cards. So please make sure to bring a goblin or something visually unique to be used as the goblin tryout each round.
So everybody needs to at least bring one extra model.
Right. Or buy something at the store. Something that's very clearly a goblin or very clearly different than the rest of the team.
I got you.
So, up until now, we've been pretty secretive about what the stars are, because I've been waiting to get the cards and all the art and everything finished. Well, we got everything finished. Special Play Cards was nice enough to do the cards for us. And you'll hear the commercial. And the art was done by Steve Wolfhard, our Emmy Award nominee, from Adventure Time and Over the Garden Wall, and a new series he's doing coming up. So the time that this goes up, we should also be putting pictures of everything on Facebook so you can see them as well. But I'll go ahead and go through them here. First up, we have the Goblin Cannonball. He's 6'2", 3'7". He has Loner, Dodge, Stunty. He also has Really Right Stuff. Anyone with more strength on his team may throw him. And he has Cannonball. Does not make a landing roll. Automatically lands prone, but no armor roll, even if he lands on someone.
Okay.
The next one is the Dandy Goblin. He's 6'2", 3'7". Skills are Loner, Dodge, Stunty, Fend, and Sidestep. He has a cane, which is the same as Tackle and Prehensile Tail. And he has Fine Appearance, same as Foul Appearance.
He's so good looking.
He is. So fancy.
I'm so sexy.
If he only knows. He is fancy. We have the Pugilist Goblin. He's also 6'2", 3'7". Skills are Loner, Dodge, Stunty, Right Stuff, Wrestle, Thick Skull, No Hands, and Uppercut, which is like Dauntless, but always succeeds except on a 1.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he's a tough little bugger. We have the Sneaky Git, who is 6'2", 3'7". Skills are Loner, Dodge, Stunty, Right Stuff, Secret Weapon, Sneaky Git, Stab, and Dirty Player. And the last of the positionals, we have the Tunneler Goblin, who is 6'2", 3'7". His skills are Loner, Dodge, Stunty, Right Stuff, Diving Tackle, Stand Firm, Tentacles, which is on a 2-strength character, just annoying. And he has dig, which is the opposite of leap, goes under people, succeeds in standing up in noob square on anything but a 1. If failed, he is prone with no armor roll.
So it's a more reliable leap,
Right.
but he's digging.
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes underneath people. And then the Goblin tryout star player, the big deal. He, or I guess they, are 6'2", 3'7". Skills are dodge, stunty, 2 heads, fan favorite. They have all-star, same as pro, but works on anything but a 1. And slightly stupid, which is the same as bonehead. And, of course, he's our favorite.
Of course. He might look like 2 of the best Blood Bowl podcast hosts ever.
For a goblin, he's very handsome.
He is.
So those are the stars that you get.
So I have 3 games. I have to play one of them each half of my game.
Randomly. Yep.
It's random?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you shuffle up the cards.
Oh,
and
I
the
thought we had
opponent,
to pick.
No. It's completely random.
I love it. I love it better now.
Yeah. So you might just blow your wad on the good ones early, or none of them seem to be overpowering. The pugilist is really good.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I don't know.
But they're all goblins.
Yeah. If they're random, I can accept that.
So the final thing we have is our kickoff table, which is nutty.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you have a kickoff table.
Of course. Spiky Cup is nothing if not crazy. On a 2, it's the old Star Riot. Not liking the idea of new players, the United Goblin Guild have decided to bum rush the pitch. The refs will be busy trying to keep things from getting ugly. There are no refs for this drive. Secret weapons after the drive get called out as normal. 3, get back in there. The fans have been bribed to make sure the team stays on the pitch to further the NAF's testing. For this drive only, any player pushed out of bounds will be thrown back in. Resolve is a regular throw-in for a ball, but with only 1d6 unless they're stunty. Then it will resolve with 2d6. Landing rolls only succeed on a 6. Armor injuries made as normal. 4 is protect the investment. The NAF have decided to make sure their investments are secure. They hire a wizard to cast a protect spell against the Goblin tryout. For this drive, the Goblin tryout cannot be sent off the pitch. If they were to be KO'd or injured, they remain stunned. So that, obviously, if the drive ends at halftime, they will be gone. Because
Gotcha.
you lose the star of the half.
Right.
5 is ball drone. The NAF is testing out one of their newest inventions, the ball drone. As the ball is kicked, the drone captures it, and the receiving player can move it over any one of their players. Roll for catch. The player gets +1 if on the midline, or -1 if not. Number 6, yay, NAF! The fans are getting excited and are enjoying the NAF interfering in the matches. Each coach rolls 2d6, adds coaches, cheerleaders, and fame. The highest roll gains a reroll. If you tie, nothing. 7, sabotage. Someone has sabotaged the weather controls in order to try and cause mayhem. Roll a d3 and implement the appropriate weather. 1, it's raining grots and snots. Due to the rain, it's -1 to picking up, catching, or intercepting the ball, and due to the mud, the second go for it will fail on a 1 or 2. 2, where'd everyone go? A thick fog rolls in. For this drive, armor rolls from fouls will not cause ejections. If armor breaks, the ref gets alerted and may see the injury roll. 3, what the hell? Any catch-intercept roll gets -1. If a player fails to go for it, add +1 to their armor roll. Number 8, boo, NAF. The fans are getting rowdy and are sick of the NAF interfering in their matches. Each coach rolls 2d6, adds coaches, cheerleaders, and fame. The highest roll loses a reroll. 9, Gizmo Ball. Before kicking off, the kicking team has replaced the regular ball with a weird contraption from some disgruntled United Goblin Guild members. After kicking, the ball sprouts big spikes. Any failed pickup or catch roll will cause a player to be stabbed. Resolve as normal. Does not cause a turnover. Number 10, Tear 'em apart. The crowd is worked into a frenzy and wants blood. Any player pushed into the crowd will have a +1 on their injury roll. 11. Spiky Cup? Oh, oops. A confused and very zealous fan has jumped onto the field with a spiky bat. He then proceeds to bash a member of each team before being torn apart by the happy fans. One random player from each team will go prone and do an armor check with +1 to the armor roll. Resolve injuries as normal. 12. Kidnapped. The United Goblin Guild has had enough. They have hired some corrupt officials and taken measures to screw things up royally. Both tryouts are removed from the pitch and returned to the sidelines. No secret weapon rolls are required. Due to no tryouts on the pitch, the fans start leaving in droves. Both players' fame is moved to 0 for the remainder of the game.
Ooh.
So that's all the crazy stuff for Spiky Cup.
Spiky Cup, so much craziness.
It is, but it's fun.
Well,
I
I'm
hope.
glad you like it.
I never get to play in it.
Well, maybe one year we need to swap tournaments so you can enjoy Spiky Cup and I can enjoy a normal tournament.
Are you going to make the rules for Spiky Cup?
Yeah, they'll be really plain
That's no fun then.
with some crazy weather.
The Spiky Cup. Orclahoma Bowl weather. There you go. That's it.
Yep, that's it.
That's no fun. Spiky is crazy. That's the fun.
Yeah, whatever.
Other people enjoy it.
It's fine. I'm glad we have two styles of tournaments for 2 different days.
In fact, some people enjoy it so much,
They might like it better than Orclahoma
they make
Bowl.
their own tournament using my rules and then don't say anything about it.
Somebody did that?
Winter War. No, not Winter War. The one in Oregon that Fame Plus 2 was talking about, Winter Rumble.
Okay, yeah.
They use the same spike. They were talking about it on the podcast. And I was like, that sounds familiar. Why are they talking about Spiky Cup? I back it up and like, they're not talking about Spiky Cup. The hell?
Yeah, that's what the NAS for. You can go look at other rules.
Sure,
sets.
absolutely. Just thought it was funny. It didn't have all the crazy stuff. It just had, the
The bonus point.
bonus
things.
point things.
Yeah. For all we know, other people have done that before too.
I doubt it.
I doubt
It's possible.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Maybe they didn't steal it from you
it's
and
possible.
give you no credit. Maybe they made it up themselves.
I just found it funny.
Maybe there's that unique idea of like, how like somebody made up M&Ms and then like somebody working for a dollar store made rocklets.
Yeah, pretty sure that's not how that works.
Or like somebody made like Frosted Flakes and then somebody else made like, I don't know.
Frost flakes.
Right, Frosty.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Captain Crunch, and then somebody else is like, I have an idea called
Admiral Crisp.
right, or Lucky Charms and Marshmallow Mateys. I mean, those aren't. I doubt somebody like copied that.
No, of course not. Why would they do that?
I mean,
That would be illegal.
that would be crazy.
Yes.
So,
So just random stuff. Coincidences. I get it.
right.
Anything else I should talk about on Spiky Cup?
No, I think you covered it all. We are going to try to get everybody in and out, and if you need to get on the road as fast as you can.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm assuming Spiky Cup is just like the other tournament where you had to play all 3 rounds,
Yeah,
get
absolutely.
your awards and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So, should be a very fun time. I know there's a lot of people that probably enjoy Spiky Cup more than Orclahoma Bowl because they like the wacky rules.
Yeah.
I just get saddled with weird things like somebody dropping when I'm doing well, and so then I have to drop as well. Or
That's being odd man
the
out.
mirror man matchup of dwarves versus dwarves, and you've already lost the tournament.
Yeah, that sucks. That is the
Because
one downfall.
You're like, there's no way I'm going to get enough KOs or casualties against dwarves. And I'm not saying I'm the only one. I'm sure somebody's played orcs and went,
Yeah.
crap.
Well, you just got to make sure you win that game and then really destroy the other teams.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
Well, that's why I induce so many stunty teams so that you can really take advantage of it when you go up against one.
well, that's true. No, it's fine. It's fine, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to this year's Spiky Cup more than years past because I love the new art with the star players.
They are awesome.
And I like it even better now that you. I was going to suggest after we were done recording, man, you should have did that random because I thought we got to pick them.
No,
so we could like hold back us.
It would be interesting to do that, but yeah, then like, do you pick beforehand? Do you pick afterwards?
Right. No, it's cool. Random's awesome.
Yeah.
So. Awesome. So I guess that's it. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back for some sponsor shout outs.
Tournament organizers, are you looking for an affordable way to personalize your upcoming event? Coaches, are you looking for a fun way to display your teams and players' stats and skills? Look no further. SpecialPlayCards.com is the premier provider of fantasy football cards for events, tournaments, coaches, and leagues. Create fun and challenging special play cards for your next tournament, complete with your own event logo and your own flavor, timing, and effect text. And at only 20 cents a card, you can get 3 sets of 30 cards each for $18 before shipping. That's 3 unique special play cards for each player in your event, up to 30 players, for less than $20. Follow SpecialPlayCards.com on Facebook at www.facebook.com/SpecialPlayCards or visit SpecialPlayCards.com and send the SPC team a note using Facebook Messenger to start your order. That's SpecialPlayCards.com, SpecialPlayCards.com.
It's the final segment, and it's time to talk about some sponsors.
Sponsor shout outs.
I was wondering if you're going to make it. Started a little rough there.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so as opposed to regular shout outs, we're just going to be talking about everything we're giving away. And honestly, not even everything, just a lot of it.
Okay.
First off, we want to give a big shout out to Special Play Cards, as you just heard their commercial. They helped us with all the cards for the goblins as well as the weather card. Next, we want to give a shout out to Maelstrom Designs. Jack up there is just amazing. He did the mats, the trophies, the tokens, the dice rollers, everything.
Yeah, and if you don't say he's designing something for you, and maybe you're not 100% sure you like it, and you're too scared to like bug him, he was either lying or being a great businessman. But either way, we had multiple nitpicky things, and that's just how we are when we try to make a field. And he never complained once.
He prefers it if you know what you want, because that means he's doing the right thing as opposed to just guessing.
Well,
which I thought was funny because I saw someone else's pitch that they had designed, and I looked at it and I was like, why would you do this instead of that? I wouldn't have done that. I would have done this. And that's stupid to have there. I wouldn't have that there. And like, there's so many little things. I'm like, this looks horrible, but it's just different.
Well, as most of our fans know, I'm doing the create a character artwork now for Death Path.
Right.
And it's really funny how some people will say, I need a character that looks, he's tall, wears black clothes. And I can sketch up something and he'll go, perfect. Mm-hmm. And then you'll have somebody that says, I have this and I do this. And then I draw it. And then they go, can you change this, and this? And it's like, well, if you would have told me that's what clothes you were wearing to begin with,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be here. And it's not a great big deal. Just like Jack changing his, it's probably easier for Jack since it's all digital. Mm-hmm. But it's like, just think about it and let us know what you want.
Absolutely.
And it's so much easier. You know, the more details, the better.
Mm-hmm. So not only did they do all the little detail stuff, as I said, we've got dice rollers, which are flat. What would you call them? I guess
Those are
they're
almost
like dice trays that are flat. They have clasps on them.
These are a bigger deal now that more than ever. I've seen them when I go to Star Wars Destinies. It looks like a piece of mouse pad material with snaps, and then you snap up the corners, and then it makes like a little square for a little dice tray.
And they're awesome.
They are awesome. Actually, truthfully, I haven't like been a big fan of like, I don't need those for Star Wars Destiny or anything like that. And then the ones Jack brought in, I kind of took one and folded it up, and I was just like, maybe I need one of these. And then I was like, oh yeah, we're giving these away. So then I was like,
So you were giving 3 of those away. He also donated a lizard pitch for us to give away.
yeah, hopefully I'll win that one.
So that I don't think we're eligible, but
That is crap.
I think honestly he just gave it to us, but I'm giving it away.
You're a jerk.
I know.
I don't have a nice field from him. You do.
Well, you're getting one of the new ones.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yay! I really didn't know that.
Okay.
Yay!
Let's see. We got Skull Splitter dice. They sent us some sets of metal dice as well as some coupons to give to everybody.
They're nice metal dice, but here's my issue. I'm scared to use metal dice.
Oh, yeah.
They're nice, though.
They're really good for these dice rollers and this pitch, where it's neoprene, so you can actually get the bounce.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, but like a regular dice.
We've been
Tower.
selling a lot of them at the store since we got started carrying metal dice with the store move. We've sold a lot more than I thought we would.
Those are Skull Splitter.
And are they? Oh, okay. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
No wonder they look similar, because they are similar. Yeah, they're nice. I'm just always, probably because I don't have I drop things or I misthrow things.
Oh, yeah. You could hurt somebody with these easily.
Yeah, for sure.
See, we also have Roll Jordan sent us again coupons for 20, 30, and 40 euro off plus free shipping if you order enough.
That's nice.
So we'll be giving away those. Let's see. We got R in the Studio sent us a couple of figures as well as allowed us to give those Croms. FF Minis, they sent us the full Roll Jordan Halfling team, 5 free memberships to their site, as well as 3 sets of dice. KR Multicase sent us 3 cases again.
Nice.
Feldar, Feldherr, they're a case company out of Germany, I believe. They're sending us 6 dice bags, a big case, a medium case, a couple of magnetic boxes that are cases, and like 12 brushes.
Now, for the record, we haven't received that yet. That's
we have
route.
not. We should be receiving those by the time this goes up.
Sure.
Yeah, they were kind of slow in getting back, so I think that's why they gave us so much, which is fine. Better for us. Stuff that we have purchased for prizes or been given by the store. We got Blood Bowl comic #1 sketch cover signed by Nick Kime, the writer.
Ooh.
We got Death Zone 1 and 2.
I know a Death Path artist that is really poor, and he'd probably do a sketch for, easily $40.
Yeah, if anybody wants sketches, God will do them.
Scott's got so much work to do right now for Death Path.
But yeah, Death Zone 1 and 2 we'll probably give away together as a set.
Sure.
GW Goblin Team, GW Dwarf Team, GW Ogre, GW Troll, all of those are in package still. The Forge World Halfling and Goblin refs, Forge World Mighty Zug, Chaos Cup Dice Cup, Nuffleween Dice and Tokens, Kikonomicon Scoreboard, that's wood, Orclahoma Spiky Cup coins that we made a while back, some Croms. It's just some miscellaneous figures that are around, as opposed to and just like other stuff I'm not sure of yet. But this is the majority of the stuff we're giving away. And then the main things are the painted orc team and a box set, and a painted human team with a box set.
Nice.
And of course, if you get the humans, you don't get the orcs, and if you get the orcs, you don't get the humans because they went together.
Right. That's pretty amazing.
But yeah, it's a crap load of stuff we're giving away.
Aren't we doing like raise money for some type of charity raffle?
And for the first time, Dustin Parsons, the guy who does all of our painting for us, he has donated an ogre team that we've put photos up on Facebook already. The Lava Drinkers, I believe they're called.
Okay.
And it's going to be put up for a charity raffle. So we'll have them out. You can purchase tickets at the event. We've decided not to open this up to anybody, but if you know someone who's going, they can certainly purchase tickets for you.
Okay.
We just want it to go to someone who's at the event.
We're going to give that away Sunday, I assume, to give it all weekend to kind of soak in.
Yes.
And you don't have to be present to win?
You do not have to be present to win. If you are there only on Saturday and you buy 10 tickets, you'll just write your names on the back of them. We draw it. I'll send it to you, no charge.
Are we going to do like $2 a ticket and get 3 tickets for $5? Do we know yet?
Sure. We don't know yet, but we'll figure that out.
Okay.
It'll be something along those lines.
All right.
Nothing major. Like I said, it's for charity, and if this goes well, then we might do this more often, but we didn't want to dilute anything.
Yeah,
so.
this was Dustin's idea. I was like, man, you could sell this team. It's
Yeah,
really
it's a
nicely
nice team.
painted. And he's like, no, I just want to do it for charity. I want to do something good for somebody. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
We tried to talk him out of it, so he wants to do it for charity.
Yep.
So
More than happy to do that. There's a couple of charities that we were looking at. We'll figure one out before the day. If you have stuff that you want to trade or sell or whatever, you're more than welcome to bring it with you. I don't know if we'll have a place to put anything. I'm not sure if we're going to have a place for anything, but we'll figure it out.
well, we should have plenty of room for everything.
Sort of, yeah, but
Steve's
kind
worried.
of.
Steve's worried. We're going to be fine.
It's taking up a lot of space.
We can hold 75, 80 people if we need to.
I'm sure we can, yeah, but it's just a matter of comfortably and not taking up the rest of the
Steve
store.
wants us all to sit together. That's Steve's problem.
That was the biggest problem the last times.
It's still sitting together.
I
The
know.
store is one big room now.
Yeah.
There's no about it. It's one big room.
It is
Unless
one
you
big
go in
room.
the bathroom
Yeah.
or unless you go into the storage closet.
Or the back room. The special
The private
rooms.
room?
Yes.
We're not going to put anybody in the private room. So
Okay.
we'll have plenty of room, buddy.
Okay.
Steve wants us all to be in like a mess hall on an episode of MASH where everybody could get into a food fight immediately.
That would be amazing.
And then, Matt McMatt could be dressed up like Klinger
Okay.
in drag.
In drag. Yeah. Thought that's where you're going to go.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know. I don't have any answer for that.
I don't know why I picked Matt out of that. I always
Don't
pick
know.
on the Austin guys. They're the closest,
Somewhat.
kind of. I mean, who else are we going to pick on?
That's true.
Brownstone? Brownstone could dress up like Klinger. He would, though.
That's the thing. He just would.
He would, and he would like
He'd
it.
be fine with it.
I mean, hearing this now, he might show up dressed as Klinger in drag.
The fact that you just said that, he might.
Hi, guys. I'm Jamie Farr. What do you think? My team's called the Faraways, and they're elves, and they throw the ball far aways. Get it?
It's not bad.
Can't you see him doing that?
That's not bad. Yeah.
No, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
So I think that's all we have, but that's only what $1,000 worth of stuff. A couple grand. I don't know.
I don't want to know how much all this stuff cost you.
Yeah, it's a lot, but that's
Especially
fine.
when I found out how much. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's your money. It's your money, buddy. So come on out, have some fun. We're really not too far off of setting another record for one-day tournament at Orclahoma Bowl.
Yeah.
So if we can get 12 more people signed up and nobody drop out. I mean, the 10% rule usually applies where 10% of the people drop out.
Typically, yeah.
So, but let's break some records.
If you're on the fence, let us know why, and then we'll try to figure out a way to make you come. That sounded bad. And
Steve will figure out a way on how to make you come.
usually I'll get Scott to do it.
I'm not really good at making people come. So
So I've heard.
So Steve, that's good, man. That's good. Yep. I mean, people don't want to just get in the car and drive 3 hours and come play Blood Bowl with me. So I understand.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, you're a poor sport. You get mad.
If anyone has any questions, obviously you can email us, as always. Find us on Facebook, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Please get those rosters turned in because you might have done this 5 times before, but sometimes you people are the ones that make the mistakes just by overlooking something.
And giving it to us the week before is not conducive.
Oh, it's terrible.
We're
It's
running out of
really
time.
Terrible. But it'd be interesting to see how this works out if the weather doesn't dump snow on us or something crazy.
Why did you even say that?
There's a small smidgen of me that wants it to snow so I can go, I told you so, Steve. But then I don't want to inconvenience people either.
Yeah, that'd be very bad.
It'd be really bad.
There are no refunds once you register, unless you have made prior commitments. Once you send your money in,
dude, it's not going to snow.
I will gladly send you the free items to you.
This whole winter everything's gone south of us. There's like some weird weather pattern set up for a while. I hope all the tornadoes go around us this year too. Mm-hmm. That'd be amazing if we
keep
could
jinxing us.
Is that what I'm doing?
Uh-huh.
This is the big one.
We're gonna have a snow-nado.
We're gonna have a snow-nado with sharks in it.
Possibly.
Right.
Snow sharks.
Snow sharks. Ice sharks.
Snow sharks? Them dolphins. Ba-dum-bum.
You're funny. The guys from 3 Dot Block are coming.
Yep.
That's a podcast that I think they're still around.
Yeah, they actually did a new episode.
Oh,
They
did?
posted on Facebook, hey, look at we're recording. I made a joke. Yeah, it'll only be a month until it's edited. It was a month until it was edited.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he said a week, and then it got later.
look, they're the old dog in the field that like everybody remembers when that dog was young and they liked it, and now it poops on the floor. And
So what you're
They
saying
still
is this
feed
is
it.
Old Yeller, and it's down to us to take him out into the field.
right,
It's my dog. I'll do it.
We're like an immortal dog.
We're
but-
Cerberus.
We're
Only 2 heads.
Immediately I thought of the Cerberus from the Dave Sims
Oh,
comics.
yeah.
But
With 2 heads. Okay.
yeah, well, okay, we'll be that. I mean, yeah, maybe this Orclahoma Bowl weekend we'll put a Old Yeller we'll put him to sleep.
This seems rude.
No, that's cool. I'm glad they're coming. So if you're fans of that podcast that occasionally is on the air, you can come meet those guys.
And us.
Well, of course, everybody wants to meet us.
Okay, we're just rambling at this point.
I know.
You ready?
I'm ready to play some board games, though.
So we done?
Let's play some board games, Steve.
On air, or would you like us to finish this?
Dude, I would love to play some board games on air.
Okay, well, we will
Live
record the next time we play a board game.
All right, folks, we are going to leave you with that. We will see you in a couple of weeks at Orclahoma Bowl. Drive safe. If you need anything, email us at...
We have a whole end thing that does all this.
Oh, okay.
Or you can send it to orclahomabowl@gmail.com.
And send rosters to...
bdrosters@gmail.com.
Isn't that awesome?
And you can also go to orclahomabowl.com to register.
Awesome. All right, we'll see you in a few weeks. Bye.
You can follow Both Down on Twitter at Both Down. You can follow Scott at Fat Finley and Steve at Kilowog2814. If you want to know if your team name is Both Down approved, send a tweet to @BDapproved. If you'd like to email them, the email address is bothdownpodcast@gmail.com. Or for more information, you can visit them at bothdown.com or at facebook.com/bothdown.
Now the letter is Q, and one word that begins with Q is question. Now here is a question for you. Remember the answer will start with a Q.
What's a Q?
Oh, hi, Grover.
Hi.
Q is the letter of the alphabet that looks like an O with a little tail at the bottom.
Oh, now I remember. You can start the song again.
Thanks, Grover.
You're welcome.
Now here is a question for you. Remember the answer will start with a Q. Just think of a duck, be it white, brown, or black. What sound does it make? Why, a ducky goes...
Moo.
No, Grover, a ducky goes quack. Quack is a Q word, the answer is quack.
Oh, okay.
Look, Grover, try this one.
Go.
Now here is a question for you. Remember the answer will start with a Q. In stores you buy milk in containers of sorts. But what do you call them? You call these things...
Cows.
No, that's not right. The answer's quarts. Quartz is a Q word. The answer is quartz. Now, what made you think of cows?
I don't know. I think I heard one go moo a minute ago.
Grover,
Hmm?
forget about the cows.
Okay.
Now here is a question for you. And once more the answer begins with a Q. Remember a king in a story you've seen. To whom was he married? He's wed to a...
Farmer!
No, the answer is queen. Queen is a Q word. The answer is queen.
Gee, I thought it was a farmer.
What farmer?
The one who brought the cow in here.
Grover, I've had quite enough. I quit.
Okay, come on, cow. Let's go home.